Session Retrospect, recap number 38. Gorg and Callie wanted to try a couple extra rounds against the Fungal Lord, so we take about a half an hour for them to try to extra fight it. It goes downhill very quickly. In the tunnel with the robots. When the robots speak to each other, they use beeps and boops, but when they speak at Petting Zoo, they use a different language. Gorg and Goldan are able to deduce that language is Hikai and what it would sound like out loud. They compare maps. The robots have a map that shows a working tram system and a waterway from Castle Amber to the Della. One of the robots steps forward and motions for everyone to come together. He starts telling a story. Using grand gestures and a little bit of magic, the team can follow around a very little amount. Then Gorg gets up and tells a story about how the Shadowfell is leaking into the Great Forest. From watching the Petting Zoo and from Gorg tell his story, one of the robots is able to figure out how to speak a very broken version of Common. He introduces himself as Quantum. They come from a labyrinth that was called the Codex of Infinite Planes. He points to the center of Bast, and it is not on the maps that the Petting Zoo have seen before. This was the first machine that the people created autonomously from the gods. It was a sentient computer that knew the location of where the gods came from. The Codex could also create sentient life with robots, so it created all the robots that you see down here. The Codex called them the Paragon. He goes on to explain that gods were forced back to the divine planes about 4,000 years ago. Before then, they destroyed the Codex and erased the collective memory of everyone on the planet. So the Paragon have been living in the collapsed tram system for about 4,000 years. The Paragon took down the wall and ceiling in Bast after a fungus got into it and started growing into a gigantic size. There are about 25 to 30 robots living in the tram right now, and about 15 of them are sure not made for fighting. Callie and Goldan ask if they know anything about the earthquake and screams that they heard. The robots draw a dragon and say Bast is in ruins. Gorg drinks the phoenix blood, and Callie drinks the sphinx blood. The Paragon are pretty sure that they can help put up a good fight against the Fungal Lord, but they're not sure that they can do it alone. So they would like to join together with Petting Zoo to help everyone's chances. The Paragon can get a few smaller robots by the stairs to pull the Fungal Lord to the opposite of the room for a sneak attack. After a few rounds, and Gorg almost being eaten again, they are able to finally take down the Fungal Lord with help from the robots. They level up, they take a long rest, and they start working out on what and how and dragons and everything might be going on in the world above them. End of session.